I would say definitely the secret sauce for Wiggle Your Toes is their passion.
There's no other organization out there in the country that does what Wiggle Your Toes will do for other amputees.
All you have to do is spend 5 minutes with Aaron and Amanda home, and you know that their work is changing lives.
They help them flourish, they help them thrive, they help them discover what their new normal is.
They're so enthusiastic and dedicated, it's really crazy.
My name is Mark Gruesner. I'm one of the lawyers at Schwebel, Goetz, and Sieben. And I was one of the lawyers on a team of lawyers who worked on Aaron's behalf after his accident. And I've been practicing law for almost 40 years. And I've never encountered an individual such as Aaron Holm in my life, nor do I expect that I will in the future.
My name is Teri Kuffel, and I work with Arise Orthotics and Prosthetics. My husband and I, and we have a partner who own that business in Blaine, Minnesota. And we have been sponsors for Wiggle Your Toes for the last 5 years.
My name is Dexter Thue. I'm connected to Wiggle Your Toes through a friend. I lost my leg in 1965. And there was no connection to any kind of organization that would help you do anything.
My name is Natalie Molinaro, and I work for a company called PMG out of Bloomington, and we have been actively sponsoring Wiggle Your Toes for about the last 2 years or so.
You know, he worked, I don't know how long it was, good 5 years for us, so I mean, he was a joy to be around and learn from, and just be a mentor for our office.
Aaron came out to the company I worked for and told us a little bit more about Wiggle Your Toes and how he had started the company. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is an incredible organization. The founder is giving back and really helping people.
I don't know anybody who could have responded the way he had to this new challenge that was set in motion before him. You know, I've represented seriously injured people all my career. This is a situation where I think I gained more and received more from Aaron than we were able to give and provide for him.
Aaron has a huge heart. You know, he wants to help other people that when he was in that situation, I think he made a commitment to himself and his family that they'd you know, put together a foundation that would help people.
All the people that come here that say they've been helped and show by walking around and with smiles on their faces helping others, they've helped so many people, and those people are in turn going on and helping.
When we go to DC, we lobby for amputees, the rights of amputees, and for the limb impaired. And so this is such a great fit for us, for our business, for we as individuals.
When Aaron goes into the patient's room, he has a tremendous passion to help that patient and to provide the services that they need as far as whether it's a remodel of their home or a modification to their home, or to provide them with the resources needed for their path to rehabilitation.
I honestly didn't think they could do a whole lot. I would say one of my biggest fears in life, if you were to ask me before I knew anything about Wiggle Your Toes, would be the fear of not being able to walk because the loss of a limb. And now today, with knowing Wiggle Your Toes and what they do for people that have undergone a limb loss, that's no longer a fear of mine.
They are just so good at, you know, first you heal, they take you down the path to recovery, and then all of a sudden they show you that they're flourishing in their own lives. They do it by example.
Well, it's the people and it's their work. They are a selfless organization that have contributed to the rehab, the recovery, and the flourishing of individuals who've been injured in incredibly difficult situations.
The last thing Aaron wants to see is a patient or an amputee sit in a wheelchair. He wants them to be motivated, live fulfilling lives, and be ambulatory and move on, and not look at it as a loss. It's just a little setback and a bump in the road, and they'll get on to their merry way and get back to life.
Some people decide it's time to take up cross-country skiing as an amputee when they never did that before. And that's what Wiggle Your Toes does for people. They provide possibilities that they never had before or never thought of before.
It's really fantastic. I can't say enough good things about them, and I just met them 2 years ago.
Well, if I were talking to a prospective donor who was inquiring about Wiggle Your Toes, I would tell them that the work they do is beyond belief. It's a selfless organization that has extended their reach all across the country to individuals who have been previously injured. The satisfaction you would get from participating in and donating to an organization like Wiggle Your Toes would be immeasurable.
If somebody was looking to sponsor or donate to Wiggle Your Toes, they would be assured that their money would be going into the right hands. The bottom line for me is this organization, Aaron, and the rest of the staff and members of this organization, they're very passionate. They have a drive to help other amputees.
Part about the Wiggle Your Toes is that you can actually see and feel, and you know where the money that you raise as a company, where it's going.
These people live what they do, and that's the simplest thing. They help you heal, they help you recover, and they help you prosper, and they are living proof.
Wiggle Your Toes makes a difference in so many people's lives, because for so many people who aren't sure what to expect, they tell them, this is exactly what happened to me, and this is what you can expect, and that your life is full of possibilities.